Welcome back. In this section, we are going to look at just a couple of things related to bone growth and what happens when bones don't grow normally. So, as you learned, or as you know, the bones that you have at the time you were born are not the bones that you had when you hit puberty. And at puberty, you had a big growth spurt due to the cartilage growing with your epiphyseal plate. And then once you're an adult, your epiphyseal plate becomes an epiphyseal line, and you no longer have the ability to have long bone growth. What has happened at that point in time is whatever cartilage was left between the diaphysis and the epiphysis has been totally calcified over as bone. And this can clearly be seen on x-ray. So this is called the epiphyseal line. So over here we have the epiphyseal plate, this dark black area. And then what happens in an adult, you can see usually it's a sharp white line because it's more heavily calcified than normal bone. And that is the epiphyseal line. Okay. And this usually happens between the ages of 12 to 25 and prevents further lengthening. Now, if you want to grow taller, people say, like, how about if I exercise? Does that help me grow taller? Well, yes. Well, not by the time you're in college, but when you were a child, yes. And running is not the exercise. And in fact, the one exercise that actually works best, like if you have children or if you have younger siblings and like the rest of you are short, start swimming. And that's because the muscles have the greatest pull on all the bones of your body. You're using both upper and lower extremity muscles. So start swimming, lots and lots of swimming, not just in the summer. Okay. So, as I said previously, we do bone remodeling our entire lives until we die. And so, wherever we have bony spicules or wherever we have osteons, the bone remodeling happens occur. Also occurs. So, those osteoclasts, the ruffled edge is always secreting the contents of lysosomes, dissolving the existing bone, releasing the calcium that's there, and then the osteoblast is always secreting new osteoid and creating new bone. And in fact, up to 10 to 20% of your bone changes every year. Your femur, the top of your tibia, a lot of that changes every year because you are upright, and that is where a lot of your weight goes to. Other parts of your body have lesser percentages. This is what helps keep your bones strong and healthy. A sedentary lifestyle has less bone remodeling, which makes you more prone to fractures. This is also super important for regulating our bone calcium levels. I know you think calcium is only important for keeping your bones strong, but that's really not what the body cares about for calcium. That is like the least important thing. Calcium is required for the nervous system to do nerve impulses correctly and for muscles to contract. And it will take calcium out of the bone 24/7 in order to get the nervous system and the muscular system working. All right. So, what can we do to help with our bone health? Well, vitamin D is a biggie. And in case you are unaware, we can actually make vitamin D by starting the process by having sun exposure to our skin, and that the precursor chemicals in our skin are then taken to our liver and then to our kidney. And that then increases our dietary calcium absorption. Now, we do know that if you are a darker skinned individual, or if you wear sunscreen, or if it is foggy, the June gloom, the May gray, you live in England where it's foggy all the time, you live in Seattle where it's drizzly and raining all the time, there's not nearly enough sunlight for this to do. And in fact, even here in Los Angeles, we know probably about 75% of our adults, when we test them, are vitamin D deficient. And this, and as well as most of our children. And this is why most of our milk products now are fortified with vitamin D as well, because there's no point consuming something that contains calcium if you're not consuming the vitamin D, because the calcium, you'll take it and you will pee it out without the vitamin D. Now, in addition, there are hormones that are super important for calcium homeostasis. And a hormone is a chemical messenger that's made in one part of the body and then travels in the bloodstream and works on a different part of the body. And they are a part of the endocrine system. And we will spend a whole session or two talking just about the endocrine system. But there are two specific hormones that directly affect bone. And then there's one that I want to tease you about because it is a female sex hormone, and that is estrogen. And this plays a major role in what happens to women and their bones. And that is, before women hit perimenopause, their estrogen has an inhibitory effect on osteoclasts. So there still are some osteoclasts breaking down bone and you're still making bone, but not to the same level that men do. So men are breaking down more bone than women do. But once women hit perimenopause, then the estrogen levels have plummeted. And those osteoclasts are at a freaking buffet. And I will show you what happens as far as the levels happen for breaking bone down. I'll show you in just a second. So let's look at how calcium is regulated with two specific hormones. The first hormone is called calcitonin. So say that, calcitonin. Okay. So when calcium levels in the blood are high, the thyroid gland goes, oh no, too much calcium, and it freaks out and it releases calcitonin. Okay. And what calcitonin does, it's going to send calcium into the bones. And by sending calcium into the bones, taking it out of the blood and depositing into the bones, do you see that will lower the blood levels of calcium? Okay. So when calcium levels have gone up, the thyroid gland releases calcitonin and the calcium comes along, talks to the bones. And what cell in the bones do you think is talking to you, saying, you need to put calcium in the bone? What cell is going to become super active? Remember, there's only 3 cell types we're talking about in the bones. Which one of those 3 is going to become super active and is going to deposit calcium into the bones? Can't figure it out? Send me a note. Okay. All right. So calcium level goes high. Thyroid gland says, oh no, calcitonin, get to work. On the other hand, when calcium levels get low, the parathyroid glands, maybe you didn't even know you had parathyroid glands. So the thyroid gland's kind of like a butterfly-shaped gland right here in front of your neck, in front of your windpipe. On the back side of your thyroid gland, so still in front of your windpipe, but on the back side of your thyroid gland, there's these little tiny glands called parathyroid glands. And they secrete a hormone called parathyroid hormone. Isn't that nice? No fancy name, just parathyroid hormones. So when calcium level in the blood are low, the parathyroid gland will release parathyroid hormone. And that will take calcium out of the bone to raise the blood calcium levels back to normal. Oh. And then we're going to have negative feedback, which is going to turn this off. Just like we would have negative feedback that turn off the thyroid gland with the calcitonin. So looking at this, falling calcium levels below the set point, parathyroid glands releasing parathyroid hormone. Parathyroid hormone goes over to the bones. Which one of those three cells is going to cause the release of calcium from the bone? You should be able to figure this one out. Bringing us back into homeostasis. Both of these processes involve negative feedback. All right. Now, what happens if you don't have vitamin D? Okay. It's a different disease in adults than it is in children. Okay. I'm going to talk about it in children. In children, it's a disease called rickets. Okay. So a severe vitamin D deficient is called rickets. And so if you have a vitamin D deficient, yes, it means you can't absorb the calcium. So if you can't absorb the calcium, you still can make the bones, you just can't calcify it. So you have soft bones. Does that make sense? So when you try to stand on those bones, they're going to bend. So you're going to be bow-legged. Okay. So this is why back in the day in the 1800s, all the poor kids were bow-legged in the early 1900s. Okay. And it can be quite pronounced. And we thought we had gotten rid of this disease until we really worked on parents. And we really worked on parents. And we told parents, slather up your kids, sunscreen, 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 slather up your kids. And we did such a great job with slathering up the kids and keeping kids out of the sunscreen that we had no more skin conversion of vitamin D. And then people quit drinking milk. And now we've had a massive rebound, especially in Northern Europe, of Asian and Black kids with rickets. Because these pictures are from like the last 20 years. These pictures are not from 100 years ago. Okay. So we got to work on diet. All right. Now, a disease you have heard of about is osteoporosis. And osteoporosis has to do with a loss of bone density and bone mass. Okay. So instead of your bony spicules looking like this and being this thick, they look like this. See how thin they are? And so because of that, they have easier fractures. So I talked about how men lose about 0.4% of their bone mass per year. So over their lifetime, from adulthood, from 18 to 85, they will lose about 25% of their bone mass. So you need to build up your bone mass by the time you hit college. Oh, you've hit college already. You need to really work on building up your bone mass this year. Okay. You really need to work on building up your bone mass now, because you tell me, oh, Dr. Powell, I don't have time to work out. I don't have time to build up my bone mass now. Do you think you're going to have time after you have children? After you're working 8 to 10, 12 hours a day and taking care of your family? You're not going to have time then. You got to do it as early as possible. Work on building up your bone mass now. Okay. Exercise and weights, and exercise. Don't have to be heavy weights. Lots and lots of reps of low weights work just as well. Okay. So men losing 25%, that sounds terrible. But look what happens to women. Like I told you, oh, great. The estrogen was fantastic. We weren't losing anything until we hit perimenopause. Then the problem was we hit perimenopause. And then after perimenopause, we lose 35%. We lose a third of our bone mass. And it's not a slow 4.4% a year. It's 2.5% a year from that point on. So look, when we are children, We are building our bone strength. We are building our bone density. Then we hit 18. We maintain it from 18 to about 22. Notice by the time we hit 25, we are on the downslope. By 40, we are significantly low. By the time we hit menopause, oh my goodness, let's not even talk about by the time we're grandma's age. Okay. And by the way, if you are a couch potato, your losses can be 25 times higher. Whoa. So what does this do? Because you're looking at this picture, you're going, yeah, that doesn't look so bad. Well, let's step back and look at it. Here's normal bone. Here's with osteoporosis. Does this look like it can hold your weight? Like if you're jumping down, even if you're stepping down off of a 12-inch step. How about if you didn't see that there was a step or you thought the step was 6 inches and it was 12 inches and you put a little bit too much weight? Do you see how these thin bony spicules are going to start breaking? Yeah, so look what's going to happen in your spine. You're going to start having compression fractures and you're going to start losing some height. And you see how they start compressing more and more and more? And so your normal spine starts compressing more and more until it looks like this. And then instead of looking forward, you start looking down at the ground. Okay. So start taking your vitamin D every day, a couple thousand units, and start taking your calcium every single day. Thank you so much for this part. Now that you've done this part, go back and review the 2 types of bone formation. You cannot review that enough times. And I will see you. The next part's very interesting. We're going to talk about fractures and how you heal fractures. So I'll see you shortly.